Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, rather belatedly. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Rather belated, it's morning. Actually, yeah, we're like 5 minutes late. I do apologize to each and every one who's been waiting. I see a couple of comments in the live chat already. Can't wait. Fired up. I've got the pedal to the metal. Fired up this morning, and not so much my computer. Come on, man, come on. That's why. I mean, I just get excuses. Listen, I just did it all, but didn't I? I arrived a little bit late. I'm hoping I'll be joined by my brother and maybe El Tel, the original Godfather, later on. Let me just start this. With or without, isn't that a song? With or without you. Anyway, guys, see another side of this music intro. We're getting to some more live news right here, right now on Cannon Fodder TV. Yes. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes, Sunday morning, at least over here, UK time, so 12 minutes after 11. And I've got my brother with me. Like I said, I'm hoping the original Godfather will be joining us a little bit later on. I noticed he didn't pick up my message this morning, so he might be still catching some Z's. But before we get into this one, make sure, guys, like I said, subscribe, become part of this community. It's not so much a podcast, it's more like a community here. Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, Ajax. How's it going? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I was up quite very early this morning, even though we had a bit of a late one, watching a couple of movies. But yeah, up bright and breezy. Got some business calls in as well this morning. So it's
Relax.
non-stop, relentless. It's relentless, and I love it like that. I love it like that. How's your weekend been so far?
Busy. Of course, all things aside from Arsenal. Back to work. We are opening our stores tomorrow, so we're going to be inundated with our lovely customers. Everyone will be masked and socially distanced, and hopefully stampeding to get our products. So yeah. So looking forward to it. Looking forward. I actually just come off a meeting with one of the guys up in Wednesbury. So we've had a good chat. But yeah,
Okay,
looking forward.
good, good. And I remember, guys, whether you're in the UK or which country or continent you're in, practice social distancing. Stick to the guidelines as laid down by your government, not our government. But that's a different story. Anyway, let's get into this one. And I think what I'll do, I'll put this chap's face up first. News actually, Aubameyang and Emerson are going to be ruled out for the game today. Yeah, Sheffield United and Arsenal. Anyway, it might present a chance for Martinelli and Balogun, Bramall Lane, and not a place where Arsenal have been overly successful over the years. In fact, our record there has been pretty poor and shabby as well. Anyway, this season, Sheffield United struggles and leave them rooted to the foot of the table. And I've got to say, this is why I said on the Easy Talk, you don't know what result is going to come up today. Because it should be that we'll beat Sheffield United, but then, well, without Auba and Emerson Rowe due to injuries. So, what prediction? Would I be happy to give a prediction? You won't like to hear my prediction. You won't want to hear my prediction. You
Yeah,
guys can't handle the
we want
truth.
to hear your prediction. We want to hear your prediction.
I think it's going to be a loss for Arsenal. It's just the road is too clear for us to think, yeah, Sheffield United are bottom of the table. We should get the 3 points, but it's the Arsenal way, isn't it? They build us up, give us so much hope against the teams that we should be beaten, and yeah, it doesn't happen. But in regards to the scoreline, I couldn't give a scoreline, but I think we're not going to get the 3 points today, Ralph. I'm sorry.
You know
What do you
what?
think? Yeah, go on,
I,
go for it.
without Aubameyang, apparently he's got the flu. He's got the flu.
Yeah, man flu.
Um, yeah, man flu. Um, the only aspect is Emma Smith Rowe because he wasn't poor on Thursday, but he seemed to tire. So maybe we might be just saving him for Thursday, the return leg. I think we could. It'd be typical of Arsenal for a win. So I'm gonna stick my neck out. I'm gonna say we're gonna win. I say we're gonna win something like 2-1. 2-1. 2-1 to Arsenal. But Thursday is gonna be rather.
But
Because that's Arsenal. You know that's Arsenal. There's always something in the wind. So yeah, I've got a feeling it'd be 2-1 today, but Thursday is going to be even tighter.
Okay, all right. Who do you think is going to score the goals, Ralph?
What for today?
Yeah, for today, man. Yeah.
It wouldn't be bad if Martinelli can do with some minutes.
Yeah.
I put Martinelli in there. He showed on Thursday what we're lacking. Lacazette, no doubt, would feature, I'd imagine, as well. So to get his scoring boots on, because I'm sure he'll be thinking. I had a couple of sitters the other night, so I've got to bury something. If what Eltel reckons that he's fighting for his contract, not being cynical or anything, but if that's the case, then he needs to up his levels. So Lacazette and Martinelli bang a couple of goals.
Yeah. Of course, we're without Odegaard. Odegaard is also a doubt for today's game as well. So no Talisman, no Smith Rowe, no Odegaard, Ralph.
Yeah.
2-1.
Well, maybe might
step up.
Huh?
You reckon he might step up, the W man?
He might.
Okay, all right.
Cynicism doesn't seem to be very, very up there at this moment in time, but it could be just one of the things that's typical of Arsenal. When we least expect it, they may actually pull something out of the bag.
Yeah. I wouldn't put my house in it, even though I don't own a house.
Don't put your house in it.
All right. Okay. Next bit. Again, I'll put up this gentleman's face up again. Paul Merson. Well, he was asked if Arteta's job was safe at the Emirates, and he suggested that it was purely because who would want the Arsenal job? Who would want to come to Arsenal and manage this lot? Looking at the mess that Arsenal, the club, are currently in. He's just saying, well, yeah, they're not going to sack Arteta because who else will come in and manage Arsenal with a limited amount of budget? You know, we've said even if we sack Arteta, it's not going to change anything. It won't change anything. A new manager would want his own war chest. He would naturally want certain players and want other players offloaded, and it might be that the players doesn't want might be the players that we like. So it's not going to change anything. But yeah, Paul Merson saying that, well, Arteta's job is safe because who's going to want to come and manage Arsenal in these times? What do you think, Ralph? You can manage Arsenal.
We can manage Arsenal. We had this conversation before. I said how I wouldn't mind being in the training rooms. You could manage. Eltel definitely would do the dark art stuff. we've got Mube Guna who can do the finances. Hey, we even got Des as well. Des can be the enforcer.
Have you seen the size of Des? I'm not going up to Newcastle now.
But if he's as immense as you say he is, I'm not going to mess about with Des, man.
Maybe we can make Des the manager.
yeah, make Des the manager. No, you guys had a really good easy talk. I saw on Fridays, and he came up with some really good points. Yeah. And Danny as well, and Eltel, you guys came up with some really good points, man. So
yeah, Eltel. Yeah. You mean Gary? It was Daniel and Gary.
Gary, big one, Gary.
Yeah.
Gary,
okay. All right, and the last bit of news is in regards to Bert Leno. Now, I was told by somebody that Bernd Leno wants out at Arsenal. I've not seen that news. I did try and see if I can seek this out, but the only bit of information I've seen was going back to the game against Benfica, when he actually came out and said, literally, what we did there, that we made silly mistakes and we put pressure on ourselves, and it kind of lifted the lid on the bad atmosphere at Arsenal, which is inhibiting Mikel Arteta going forward. But in regards to Leno wanting out, I've not seen or heard anything. Well, I've heard that, but I've not seen any reports written down. Have you seen anything about Leno wanting to leave Arsenal?
I think I've heard like Wiggins on it might be on Twitter or something, but it's just loose talk, isn't it? Just to fill the space, if that's what it is. I think it's just loose talk.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone in the live chat now. There's like 13 of you watching now. I mean, if any of you have seen any news reports about Leno wanting out at Arsenal, please come and tell us where you heard of, what was your source, and yeah, but I've not seen anything about him saying that he wants to leave Arsenal. So,
well, he's our number one. He said he's number one. So why would he want out? Yeah. Unless the shirt maybe is starting to wear a bit too heavy.
So it could be time for Ryan, Ralph.
Well, why not? Again, why don't we? Like I said quite a few weeks back, what are we playing for? What are we playing for? We're not going to sink any. Oh, we could sink a bit lower than we are at this moment in time. What are we playing for? So why don't we get the youngsters out? Why don't we get Balogun out? Why don't we get Ryan out? Aziz. Why not put Aziz in this match? You know what I mean? What's the hold up? What's the block? The important match is Thursday. If you're gonna put all your chips on the table and say, right, let's go for it for Thursday. So if you're gonna hold a few players back and one or two are not feeling it, then put the youngsters in. They could, how worse could things get? Like I put the proper advert in it. Dr. Pepper, what's the worst that can happen? Hey, what's the worst that can happen? We'll go down a couple more places. Even Leeds is above us at the moment.
Yeah. Leeds, your second team is above my second favorite team, Fulham. But it's not over yet, Ralph. It's not over yet.
I don't want to say anything, Alex. You brought it up, bro. You brought it
up. So yeah, those of you watching now, that's been like the three segments of news there. Again, I've not seen any substantiated evidence that Bernd Leno, our number one, well, no, not Mike, Arsenal's number one goalkeeper, wants out. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're going to the live chat. It's quite early, actually, just going for 15 minutes. Colin, good morning, Colin. Good morning from the States, Alex. I want to be fired up. I just woke up, though.
Just woke up.
Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Des. I hope you're well, my friend. Okay. You refer to yourself as Uncle Alex again. Did I? When?
What, today?
Yeah, I don't know. Did I? I don't remember. Uncle Alex. Okay.
Or maybe say you're Uncle Alex.
Anyway. Good morning, Ralph Collins says. Morning, Raz, and what time do you call this, mate?
I'm saying nothing.
It's my fault. I tell you what, I know it's an excuse, but for some reason the computer is like stopping and starting, and it got stuck. You can just see my face like this. I'm thinking, what's going on? I tried to restart it. It took a while to warm up. It took a while to get fired up. Anyway, Alex, Colin, and I are hardcore. I'm not in that, man.
Yes, you are.
This is a 2-1 to Arsenal. 2-1. Okay, let's see. Colin says we have sing it, reason it, and bring it so far. Yeah. I'm not getting involved in that either. If we play the kids, it will be a really okay. I might feel a little bit more confident if we played a lot more of the youngsters, but with this bunch of players, nah. If we play the W man, we lose 2-1. That is so right, Colin. Dear me. Aziz Martinelli will score today. I hope so.
Yeah. Shot another 30-yarder.
David Keith says, Alex, we have gone from the invincibles to the unacceptables. Goodness knows what will happen today. Play the kids. Arteta, if you watch Canon for TV, I'm sure you'd have been in a better position. The players you've got, you would not have the players if you would listen to everyone that's been on Canon for TV. Well, most of the people on Canon for TV, but you need to listen to me, Arteta. Uncle Alex is talking now. All right.
Oh, there you go.
Aziz will score disgusting goals. Even Monty will forget about Oneni. I don't know about that. Oh, dearie me. Bronze Dosser Ashton, good morning. Says, thankfully for Arteta, Sheffield have 7 players out. And that's the worst thing. That's it. That's making it even worse. Because you're expecting Arsenal to beat Sheffield United and like that. Okay, all right, 7 more players out. It's the hope, isn't it, Ralph? It's the hope.
I was talking to one of my guys on department yesterday, and he's a Liverpool fan. And I said to him, now, my kit is like Santa's kit because we just gift. We just keep giving gifts. We don't lose matches because of effort or sheer will or anything. We just give the game away. And so, what's going to happen today? I don't think it really matters because every team is up for it because they know that our will, our guile, our steel is not there at the moment. It's inconsistent. It may come up today. And then when we need it, it'll probably disappear again. But I mean, like I said, it depends on who Arteta's going to pick for his 11, as always. And if we're not playing for anything, then this is the perfect time to blood the youngsters, get them some game time, get them some experience, get some tackles in, some play, everything that all this training video lark.
Do you watch that still, Ralph?
No.
Okay, all right.
No. I said this before that actually it was last week. I mentioned that it came up on my feed, and Aubameyang done some kind of like outrageous kind of like a goal, and since then he hasn't done anything like it. So yeah, I don't watch the videos. I don't see what's the point. What's the point with this PR group trying to tell us fans that things are still okay? We know it's not okay. We've seen the results on the pitch. So stop wasting resources. Stop wasting money. You don't see any videos of Sheffield United players training or Man City or them down the road. Maybe there is. I don't know. We don't support them. We support Arsenal. But as far as I'm concerned, if I can do a direct link to Arsenal PR, stop wasting time with the videos. They don't work. What the players are doing on the pitch and what they do in real time doesn't correlate. So it's a waste of time. You know, save the videos for when we actually got a team that can actually, do what they do on the training pitch, in real time.
Mm-hmm. They do it because they know it works. They do it because they know it works. I mean, I think their YouTube channel has over 1 million, 1.5 million subscribers. The merchandise, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth kits, they do it because they know it will work, Ralph. That's why they do it. They wouldn't do it if it didn't work.
May I put an appeal out then?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so all Arsenal fans who watch the training videos, don't watch the training videos, support us. Support this channel, because we can give you more information, we can give you more dialogue, you can interact with us, and you won't have to waste your time with watching something that builds your hopes and then literally just dashes them against the rocks of expectation. So those millions viewers or subscribers to the Arsenal training videos, come over to us and we can give you a lot more content and a bit more, we'll make your day more than building your hopes up for something that has not happened since those videos have come out. Thank you.
You made it sound like a government information film. You remember, like, Charlie says.
Should be a government warning. Don't watch the Arsenal training videos for your health and safety. Don't do it. Charlie says. Remember Charlie says. Charlie Broad says.
Yeah, there you go. If Erdegaard doesn't play today, Arteta is saving Erdegaard for Thursday. I hope so, because so far I don't see any kind of game plan. There's no game plan. It's like, guys, just give it all you got. Just go out and play your hearts out. Go on. And at halftime, I'll give like a quarter piece of your orange. There doesn't seem to be any kind of game plan there, Des, man. Deary me. Sorry, you were saying something, Ralph.
When you said about orange, it reminds me of when I was playing for my school, primary school, not the big school, as I like to do, primary school, and it was Miss Boydell. I never forget Miss Boydell. She was tall, blonde, blue-eyed. She was a Man City fan. She liked Georgie Best, but she liked what's his name? Francis. Something Francis. I can't remember his middle name or his surname. But she played football, and she was skillful, and she nutmegged me. That's how good she was. I stood there. I was thinking, that's not fair, miss. That's not fair. She was skillful. If you want to meet a more skillful player, look at the women's team. Look at what they did against Slavia Prague on Thursday. I think, was it Wednesday? Maybe Thursday. 8-0. They took their chances. Yeah. So yeah, but the halftime orange I used to look forward to. And she gave us a pep talk, and then we went back out there. Yeah.
Those were the days. Yeah. Could you imagine if I was a manager, lads? Yeah, why not, man? Why not? These players they need a rocket sent up. Yeah, they need a telling off. That's what they need, and even further, they need to be shown the exit door. But yeah, why not? Why not? Why can't you be the manager? I'll be your assistant manager, Des.
Training manager.
There you go. See, you've already got your backroom staff there, Des.
We've got a boot room.
David comes back and says, would you sell Leno? Silence. If you have to think about it, I know the answer.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? We've got a goalkeeper in the making, Ryan. We've got a goalkeeper in training. Is that Runnison?
Come on, Ralph, man. Runnison.
Well, he's there for a reason. So we're not going to, are we going to train him for like 10 years and then find out that, after 10 years, he would want to leave the club.
Yeah.
So whoever is who's doing the goalkeeping training, we need to have a look at them as well, top to bottom, Alex. Like we keep saying, top to bottom, put these things out.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, Des said that all right, Elto was my source of information about Leno. It's time for Ryan. Actually, yeah. Again, someone told me, but I haven't seen anything in black and white. I'm thinking, yeah, I'll stay well clear of that unless I can, qualify that piece of information there. Raz, congrats for Leeds beating City yesterday, bro.
Well, they're just my second team. Alex mentioned that first team was Fulham. Leeds was my second team because of Kenny Pereira when I went to Highbury Fields. He was a Leeds fan. And my heroes at the time were like Peter Lorimer, unfortunately he's passed on, Alan Clark, Tony Curry. There was Eddie George and Eddie Gray, the Gray brothers, Eddie Gray, Terry Yoroff, Joe Jordan for Scotland. He's false teeth. He's taken his teeth out. And in fact, he is an infamous match against Scotland versus Wales, where he went up in the box and he put his hand up to punch it, and the referee gave the penalty against Wales. So Scotland knocked Wales out of a World qualifier. And it's one of the things I really feel sorry for Wales then, because they played really well up to that point, and the referee just totally got it wrong and gave the Joe Jordan, who was is one of those players that when he went up for a header, he 9 out of 10 he won it because of his height. He was impressive, and he digged somebody as well. He gave people a good dig. So
wasn't he?
Yeah,
I always talk about there's no more players of that type. There are players like that. There are players who are willing to put, literally everything on the line. It's just Arsenal. We just went all soft. The players now, I mean, a little bit of pressure on them. I mean, look at Liverpool. Put a little bit of pressure on our players, and they started to panic. It was panic stations. Because, one element is that they just don't have that skill set. And the other element is when they're doing the training, those videos there, sure, when they do the rondas, when they pass the ball quickly, that's what you're getting trained to do that. The training at Arsenal is just not good enough, and the players that we have, they're just not good enough. Let me go back into the live chat. What is this? Is this the Colin and Des show in the live chat? Arsenal and Villa swap. We get Emmy back. Last show you said it again. I'm going to put an iron shirt and chase the Cronkies out.
Isn't that? I'm sure that's a song, isn't it?
Is it?
I'm sure I heard that song on Fire in Babylon when there was an Australian trainer who during the Kerry Packers series, he told the West Indies team that they need to start putting it on because the couple of the results was disgusting. Their performance was disgusting. So Kerry Packer got this Australian coach, and he would run to the hotel, and it would tell them to run, and they run and they train. And whenever there was downtime, they spent their downtime training. But there's a soundtrack to that, and I'm sure I'm going to put on an iron shirt. So that's what it remind me of. But yeah, you're right. Those players, guts and steel, mate. You can't just go easy.
Yeah. Safe Chance Jr. says, let's give Ryan a chance. I've given watching the training videos, they mislead you. Yeah, since last year, I'm going to unsubscribe. No, don't watch any of those training videos there. I'm not interested. Not interested at all. Let's have a look here. What else do we have here? If we see any of the youngsters today putting in a performance, would you play them on Thursday? Oh, there's a question for you now, isn't it? There is a question. Before I answer that question, Des said it perfectly correct on the Easy Talk. We would like to have seen the youngsters play on Thursday, but you won't see them play next Thursday because the pressure's on. The pressure is on. So we've got to play our best 11. And the best 11 in Arteta's eyes doesn't feature or factor in any of the youngsters. But because the pressure's not, we have to win the second leg. You won't see your Azizis, your Miguel Aziz, you won't see your Ballingans. But here's a question there for you, Ralph, man. Oof.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would love to. I'd love to just say, you know what, guys, you've earned it, but it's one match. It's one match. You know, if the youngsters were continuously playing maybe 5 or 8 matches, and they were putting the performances like Saka and Odegaard and Emma Smith Rowe, then yeah, and that's what we this is what we've been saying all along. There's got to be competition for places. If there's competition for places, then those who feel that they're safe, they'll be always forever looking over their shoulder because that person's right there waiting to jump in. It frustrates me because we're not a bad team, but we've got average players. There's one or two. There's more than one or two. There's maybe a handful of players in the team that could put the performances in, but we've slept at the wheel, or I would say pretty much the manager has slept at the wheel. And you did sum it up perfectly, and I do agree with you in the fact that when this may be going against what I might have agreed with you previously. It's taken me some time to get this and to understand the principle. But when a manager comes in and he says, right, clear the board, we start again. But he knows the history of the club, and he knows he's been getting information from those who trained those players. When your ex-teammates say, you know what, that player is not putting a shift in, that player's got looking, that player hasn't got the skill. Doesn't matter how much we've trained him. You can see I've tried to take this team just to the next level until you come along, and they haven't progressed. And again, if for some stupid reason we did sack Arteta, right? It's Groundhog Day. The players that you want to keep at the club, they could be the ones who would disappear. And the ones that you want gone, they're the ones who are going to stay. And then all of a sudden, they turn up for about 4 or 5 matches, and then when it comes against the big 4, they go missing. But then we start rewarding them with pay because we want them to stay. And I think that's where Arteta is at this moment, because he's backed quite a few players, and for 1 or 2, he's negotiated their wages. It's backed him into a corner. When you're a manager, you can't be backing yourself into a corner. You have to see all the corners and stand in the middle and then rise your platform. So that way then you're leading and everyone's got to follow you. And he's backed himself into a corner now. He wanted, after the FA Cup, they were asking, is Uber going to sign? And he said, well, we'll wait and see, but it'd be good if he can. And I'm thinking, well, keep that to yourself. I don't want to know. Because if it comes back and bites you, it's going to come back and bite you in the big way. And look what's happened. Where's Uber been for the last 8 matches, 10 matches? And his captain. Did we have a post-match, not report, but post-match, from our captain Thursday night? Wasn't Bellerin captain? Yeah,
he was.
So didn't he think it was part of his responsibility to say to the band, sorry guys, last minute, but we'll do whatever we can to rectify it next Thursday. I saw Arteta and he looked beaten up. How many more times can a man just say it's my fault? It's my fault. Yeah, you're not hypnotizing us. We know it's your fault, but then you got to call out 1 or 2 of the players. And I think Jose Mourinho would do that, and I didn't like him doing that. But sometimes you have to call it for what it is. Yeah, the defense was shocking. You did say about the set play. Set play was disappointing. I'm thinking, not disappointing. It's shocking.
Anyway, I've got a comment here that came in yesterday, actually, and it's related to, I think, the evening show I did yesterday, of course, and it's coming from Ethan Easy J James, and he says, all the blame can be placed on the majority of the players. It's all right if one or two have an off day. It happens, but when you've got 8 to 9 players every game who simply don't try, it's just not acceptable. The players can't handle being asked to work for a living. Arteta all the way, even if it's just to get the cotton wool culture out of the club. I think, oh my goodness, the cotton wool culture out of the club. Wow, but he's right. He's right. When it's like 1 or 2 players, you get that. When it's 8 or 9 players who are failing to turn up, the alarm bells have been going off for the longest time. Yeah. But we have to wait and see. Gora, you want to say something?
No, just saying that's he summed up quite right. Cotton wool.
Culture. Colin says, I did see Fabrizio Romano asked about Arteta and his standing at the club. He said Arteta isn't going anywhere based on his interactions. Oh, well, that's quite revealing, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Ashton says, what do you make of reports the players are angry that they are continuously blamed for results? They are a disconnection between the players and Arteta. There is a disconnection between the players and Arteta.
Yeah,
there is. I said it on Thursday, I think on Friday, that if you're preparing and you're giving the players a pep talk, let's say Friday night before the game, whatever the game plan is, you've spoken to the players, but then come game time, you're still having to shout out instructions to the players. So it's either they're not listening to your instructions or you didn't prepare them properly. It's either one or the other. But for me, clearly there's a disconnect between Arteta and the players. So the summer transfer window is going to be very, very interesting. Although I believe you're not going to see a lot of movements of players leaving Arsenal. I just can't see it, Ralph. I can't see it.
Your assessment on disconnection. Well, if the players feel that there's a disconnect, then it's quite easy. It's an easy fix. You close the gap.
How do you do that, Ralph? How do you do that?
What you do what you've been paid to do. You put the performance on the pitch. You put the performance on the pitch. If you feel that you're right in what you're doing and the results are going against you, then you have to go back on the pitch and work even harder. I'm not on about the training pitch. I'm on about when you go back on the pitch of play. Des summed it up on Friday. He said that how if, for example, a player scores an own goal, he'll go back and he ends up scoring a goal. He's rectified the mistake. You've got players there who make a mistake, and they're not rectifying it. And then you've got a manager then who's thinking like, well, I've told you guys what to do. Lacazette summed it up a couple of games back. He said, "How well, we didn't listen to what the manager said until the second half. So you've gone to sleep for 45 minutes. Then you've disrespected your manager for 45 minutes. You disrespected the fans for 45 minutes because we all sat here thinking, right, okay, well, let's have a reaction, and you decided to put that kind of shift in. So close the gap." Turn up, do what you're paid to do, and then when you've done it, even if you haven't done it, have the respect to go to the fans and say, "I put my hand up." No one's put their hand up. No one's doing like a collective responsibility part where they say, "Actually, it's all our fault." The manager can only do it for so many times, and it becomes farcical because that's going to be the standard of his opening statement whenever we lose. It's my fault. Arteta, put yourself aside now. We can see whose fault it is. It's Cedric's fault for not passing the channels. It's Saka's fault for not putting the ball in the back of the net. It's Lacazette's fault for having so much space and time to think about what he's going to do. He did the crossbar challenge. It's all everyone's fault. So close the gap, clean it up, and then you find that the disconnect starts coming a bit closer because now everyone's getting on the same page.
Listen, as a manager, you know, the root word manage, you're supposed to manage the people who are underneath you or beside you. There's no doubt he should set the tone, but the players have to come with something, some substance to them, whether they're, you know, good at scoring goals, good at defending, or being a leader of men, i.e. a captain. But again, if you're choosing those players who are not responding, Ralph, they're not responding to your instructions, or maybe there could be some kind of confusion, your mind should tell you, manager, I didn't quite understand that. Can you just kind of go through it with me again so I can be clear in my mind what you want me to do? And then you come in game time and you're still having to shout out the instructions to the players. So they didn't listen the first time. They didn't listen, or they're not wanting to listen to you. Don't play those players, Mikel Arteta. Don't play them, period. And we go back to the question about, you know, if the young players get played today and put in a shift, do you know what, Ralph? I didn't answer the question. I will put them in on Thursday. I will put them in on Thursday because at least I've got a reaction from those players. And to hell with it, because we're not going to win the Europa League, Ralph. We are not going to win the Europa League. Okay, you know the last time we was in the final was under Unai Emery, and you know what happened there. But to hell with the Europa League, I will play the youngsters, and then let's see, what happens with these so-called experienced players. If you want to leave, then by all means leave. Call your manager, and we'll sort something out very, very quickly for you to leave. Better still, come summer transfer window. We know what's going to happen. You're going to be leaving. But yeah, Ralph, football is an unforgiving sport. Unforgiving. Player power, injuries, career finished. It can be very rewarding, but it can be very, very hard. A career in football, you just don't know what's going to happen to you. One injury could end your career. And these players, they play like as if there's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. There's never tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So we'll ask you to perform today. Yeah, you get paid as a footballer. In my job, I don't turn up. I don't get paid. Worse still, I'll get sacked. Anyway. Des Macau says, government warning, don't watch Arsenal training videos. Watch Cannon for TV now. Des, are you LTEL's enforcer? You gotta laugh, man. You have to laugh, innit?
You have to laugh.
For health and safety, I'm beginning to think we need a risk assessment. What? Oh, dearie me, man. You gotta laugh. Risk assessment.
I'll be wearing my high vis after this.
Smash the likes up, people, or Des is gonna bring it to you. Oh dear.
Actually, we should do that. We should do a Cannon for the TV government warning to all Arsenal fans. Don't watch any Arsenal training videos. They're bad for your health. They give you false hopes.
Oh dearie me. Jamco. Good morning, Jamco. Jamo says, Leno needs to be sold and we get Emmy back. Yeah, it's not going to happen though, is it? It's not going to happen.
No, he's in a good place.
Yeah. There would have to be something serious to happen at Arsenal for Emmy to come back. Something serious. But yeah. Anyway, government warning. Risk assessments. I never thought you put those words connected to Arsenal, man. Just watching lads, Arsenal. Alex says, nice one, guy. Nice one, geezer. I love El Clasico last night. I didn't see it. I got to say, I'm a Barca. I like Barcelona, but whether it's before Messi, I'm not sure. But I far rather see Barcelona win than Real Madrid, and they lost 2-1, didn't they? But
Yeah, I saw that on the WhatsApp. I haven't seen it yet. So, yeah, I like Barca. I think it's just, to me, I feel more like it's akin to it. And also like Thierry Henry went over and played for him, didn't he?
yeah,
And
yeah.
Cesc. So, yeah, I'm more Barca than Rio.
Jamo says, according to me, Leno needs to be sold, and we get any. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It won't happen. Also, Alex, wonderful podcast. Again, I was on his show last week. It was good. It's good to be on another podcast. He says, drop kick the like buttons. Drop kick. Don't do yourself an injury. Government warning. Risk assessments.
Health and safety.
Yeah. Right, I'm putting in my CV in as we speak. Just wait for the call from the guys. I would have, Eltel, Colin, and Monty as my scout team, TWTT as my overseas scout. It can happen. Yeah, you can do it if you're being cute, man. You can believe it.
Oh, hang on. Are we endorsing adverts now?
No, I'm not. Mark, good morning. Says, hi, Arsenal family. We need to have a better goalkeeper this summer. Leno's line is leaking. Leno's line is leaking, Ralph. It's leaking. Yeah, dearie me. Heck yeah, this batch would be getting rockets in their pockets. Yeah. That's the word, rockets in their pockets. Anyway, guys, have a look at this. We're just kind of gassing on about Arsenal. We're back in Premier League action in it's a 7 p.m. Kickoff time, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to be back for the reaction, post-game reaction, 9 o'clock, Ralph?
Yeah, I'll be up for that.
Okay.
I'll be up for. It'd be good if we didn't get possible, but yeah, I'll be up for the post match. Be interesting.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe we might ask some Des to come back. I'm a little bit scared, man. I'm a little bit scared. But anyway, we reached the halfway point, kind of, sort of. Make sure you subscribe to Cannon 40 TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest, almost the latest news on this wonderful channel. Channel, podcast, community. Join this community over here, please, people. Shall we take a quick pause, Ralph?
Yeah, let's take a pause for the cause.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show the video where we're promoting the summer scheme.
Summer transfer, summer windows. What's going on, Alex?
I'm fatigued.
You get fired up.
Yeah, too fired up, man. Damn computer. The membership scheme that's been running since last year, courtesy of Monty, kind of guided me and said, Alex, you need to be doing this, not that. I said, right, okay, Monty. So I got told by Monty. But then have a look at this. We'll see on the other side of this promo video when we're talking about the membership scheme, where you too can become a member. See you on the other side. Hi, and welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Well, this is a special video introducing our new membership scheme. Membership scheme, I hear you say? Yes, YouTube have allowed all content creators to have a membership scheme, and it's open to all our subscribers. Let me just get one thing straight right about now. All the content that you've been seeing for the last 2.5 years will remain to be free. So that's the Voice of Reason, that is the live shows, the broadcasts, the easy talks, all those content there is going to remain to be free. Okay, so I've got it off my chest. With the membership scheme, you will get certain perks. With those perks, you'll get to see behind the scenes footage that probably nobody's seen before. Maybe, I'm not sure if you want to see. You also get early release of certain videos. And of course, with the player profile videos, where you ask us to do a video on a specific player, we'll give you a shout out, we'll mention you, and that'll be literally earmarked as if it was a present from us to you. With those formats there and the perks, they will come with a small price to be paid for the month. So with the lower level, which is going to be a bronze cannon, you'll get the shout out in the live chats, and also with the chat, if you are a member, it will go right to the top of the page that we must and we will mention you. and you also get like a free emoji and GIF with that as well. With the silver Canon, again, you'll get all behind the scenes footage, all the bloopers, all the things that we've tried to keep away from you. But yeah, there'll be a small price to be paid for that. That's roughly standing at £4.99. It will vary from country to country. So wherever you're on the way, there'll be a slight difference in that. And like I said, we're trying to maintain the future of Canon 4 TV across the whole platform. So by all means, you know, we would love you to be a part of the membership scheme there. There are going to be perks, including discounts for all the merchandise currently running on Canon 4 TV. So that is the reason why we're doing the membership scheme. Again, you don't have to join it. All the content I'm going to repeat will remain to be free. But part of the membership scheme, you'll have all those perks there. Again, there's going to be a free Q&A live session with me and maybe my brother every Thursday. You also get early footage of early releases. And of course, you'll get the discount as well as all the bloopers and the behind the scene footage right here on this lovely channel, which is called Canon 4 TV. So we would love you to be part of the membership scheme. Please, the video is up and running now, and it's free to all the subscribers, all the viewers that's ever viewed at Canon 4 TV. So for myself, Alex, and of course for my brother and Monty and everyone from Canon 4 TV, welcome, please, to the membership scheme on Canon 4 TV. So there you have it. There you have it. There's the not the summer scheme, the membership scheme, up and running since last year. I need a holiday, man. Well, I know I'm on like half term from the school and everything, but I need I need to get away, man. I need to get away. Can't get away from Arsenal. The government warning. Yeah, health and safety. Anyway, let's get back into the live chat. Ralph, do you want to say something? You want to say something, Ralph?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Let's get the chats.
Okay, cool. Revisit this now. This is Arteta's team. 17 of the 25 have been gotten by him, offered a contract by him. The process is very concerning. Not excited at all. Here's a question for you, Ralph. Madness or the specials?
Oh, that's good. I like the specials. Yeah. There are a couple of tunes. There are a couple of tunes back in the day, and also I think they went into they turned into the Fun Boy 3.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, I like the specials. Madness, you know, they were quirky, and there's quite a few songs that still even now that sticks in my mind a bit. But the specials for me, it was like that kind of definitive, two-tone ska music. And wasn't there lead singer? She was didn't she used to do like a black and Asian kind of like program on London Weekend Television, if memory serves me.
Is she?
I think so.
I don't know. Oh.
Unless that's somebody, that might be another group. But I know the specials went to the Fun Boy 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Ghost Town, actually. Ghost Town.
Leeds goalkeeper, 100% better than Leno. So buy him. Ross Morgan's back in the live chat. Thank you for that, Ross Morgan. I'm fed up of watching Arsenal right now. We need to do a risk assessment on that. Although was a captain by this manager, the team generally looks like cannot be bothered. Captain and Arteta now cannot blame Auba because that was his decision. Just strip him of the captaincy, man.
Yeah.
Arteta has to win the next 2 matches for me. Next 2 matches, next 3, 4. It's not going to make a difference this season. He will still be the manager. Again, not that I'm saying I'm Arteta. I'm just saying, as a matter of fact, there's no limit. Yeah, I mean, we've lost 12 so far. If he loses the next 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 games, he will still be the manager of Arsenal.
I'm not sure if this was on Twitter or I don't think it was in the group chat. I'm sure it must have been on Twitter where someone pulled out a clipping of it must have been like a Manchester newspaper, and when Fergie first joined Man United, he was under increasing pressure he was. I think he was close to being sacked as manager, and then he managed to turn things around. I think maybe 2 or 3 seasons after. So for Arteta, it is the most roughest course, because he wasn't a manager from another team for another team. He was the assistant manager. So as much as you can get as a lot of information from your head manager, and this is what I was saying about having a good number 2, Pep and Arteta. So Arteta should have said, right, I need somebody like the way that I was to Pep is what I need, or to someone who's got more experience, so then they can challenge me. And I don't see that with his current crop. I don't know these guys. I don't know what their background is, and if they have that kind of like nous, tactical nous. Okay, brilliant. But again, you just see the results on the pitch, so something's clearly not working. And like you said before, if he has to keep on barking orders every play, then that's wrong as well, because you should know, and your players should know what doesn't have to be said.
Exactly.
I don't have to keep on telling my defense but how to defend. You know what I'm expecting. Of course, when there's a break in play, you can always say to your player, look, there seems to be more play on the right side. Stretch it out a little bit. Give Pepe something. Give Odegaard something. Give whoever it is something. But that's in the break and play. But when you hear those orders barked every time, then it means that that's again, we're going back to an earlier question, that there's a disconnect. So if there's a disconnect, what I would have done, and I'm sure Des would do as well, when you half time, you have to give those players a rocket. And again, after the match, no one's going home straight away. You give those players a rocket again. And what I would do, after when all the fans are gone and everything's pretty much locked down, I'll take my players back onto the pitch and say, right, this is what happened right here. Who's responsible? You've got video analysis. You've got cameras all over the place. You've got systems on the back of players' jerseys, so you can check, heat patterns. You've got all this technology, and yet the most basic thing is what everyone possesses is your eyes. You can see what is going wrong, and if you're not going to address it, then you have to take the fire. You have to take it.
Oh dear. Yes, Alex. That's the way. Free the children on Thursday. This is exactly why I believe it is the right move as well. Yeah, I was saying, forget about it, man. Just let the players, the youngsters, play on Thursday, and whatever gets played out gets played out. But is Arteta willing to take that risk? Is he really willing to take that risk with these players who clearly are not performing, game in and game out? They're picking and choosing when they want to play. They're clearly picking and choosing. So just to get a big reaction and make a big statement, play them today, and on Thursday also play them. Anyway. Alric Harris, good morning. Bro, I told you the players are not good. No, Alric, I told you the players weren't good, mate. No, I'm joking. Monty, good morning. My VAR says, go on, Alex and Ralph. Hope you're both well. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Monty.
There was other hardware stores available.
Yes. Or suddenly I'm going to get them coming to us and say, advertising. We've got to put a segment in your break.
Smash a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new here. We've got roughly the numbers been bubbling just below 30 here. We appreciate your time with our Cannon for It TV. Morning, Monty. Arsenal is going going to Aziz today. This kid will make you forget about Enemy. No!
Ooh, shot fired.
Oh, dearie me, man. Kind of hope you're good, bro. El Energy and Aziz, best partnership. Aziz is darn near a midfielder of one. Yeah, man, that's a good shot, actually. Ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. Yeah. Monty also says, check out the merch in the description box and make a purchase if you're able to do so. Also, you can support your friendly local podcaster by making a small donation using the super chat button. I'm not going to make that sound effect that people say, Alex, what are you doing that for? Pow! Sorry. I agree, Raz. What would you do at half time if you were manager, Ralph?
Half time, I would change things. If I didn't get the results that I wanted, I'd change things at half time.
Yeah.
Change, because what better way to frustrate a potential good player who is like literally just bubbling under average? You pull him out. Put him in. If you're going to put him in, these are the people that Arteta's trusting, and they've let him down consistently, game by game by game. So you put him in, and then you say, all right, okay, you're not listening to me. You're not playing. You're not playing. You're not playing. Put my subs on, and if at the end of the match, if it does fall on me, then it falls on me. But I'll do it. I'm doing it for the right reasons, because we've had players there now who have been. Whose performances are underwhelming, and then all of a sudden, oh, great for about one or two matches, and then underperforming again. What's the point of having a player whose performance out of 10 is about maybe 3 or 4 times they've shown up out of 10? No, not good enough. Not good enough.
But the funny thing is, Ralph, we're saying that we want to see a reaction from the players. We want to see a reaction from the manager as well.
Yeah.
Because the players are reverting to type and the manager is also reverting to type. So if you're wanting to see a reaction from the players and it's not happening, you too have to change something. A reaction from the players, and also the manager has to react. And so far, he's not reacted. So
maybe he's in a state of shock half the time as well.
Possibly. I mean, you look at his face, Ralph, isn't it? Look at Arteta's face. Also consider becoming a member of this ever-growing family at Cannon Freud TV. Thank you for that, Monty. Why is it that Arteta makes subs at halftime always around, and always around the 70th minute mark, Ralph? Why not before that? Why not before that?
Do you remember when Arsenal was in and we just freshly got Laka? He would take Laka off after about 65, 70 minutes.
That's right, yeah.
And we were thinking, well, what's going on? Is it down to is it stamina? Is he tired, or is he picking up an injury or something? We never knew. We never knew. But I think at the 70th minute, the game has gone one or two ways. It's either going for you or it's going against you. And we always say that it takes a player between 10, 15 minutes to get into the rhythm of the match and to create some kind of change. Sometimes some players, as soon as they come on, they have the first touch and bang, they score. Brilliant. But they still need to warm up. They still need to get into the rhythm of the team and of the conditions out there. So 70 minutes, you're either saying to yourself, well, things are okay, we're just getting by, or you're thinking, hang on now, it's panic stations, and you should never ever get to the point where it's panic stations, because it means that you've lost control. You've lost control. So make it. You don't want to put yourself in the position where if you're chasing the game, then fair enough. Fair enough. You put your subs on, and in the Europa, you're allowed 5 subs.
Yeah.
You're allowed 5 subs. So you've got enough time to put, enough players in positions, so you're controlling the outcome. But when you're reacting to the outcome, you're chasing after it. you get what happened to us on Thursday. So 70 minutes is far too long. Make your changes early, allow your players time to adjust, and then you can still have one or two players to wind the clock down, game manage, and we didn't do that.
Arteta overprotects in his after-match interviews, and that's what I think. Yeah, he's all this stuff about it's my fault. I blame myself. You've got to start calling out the players. Got to call them out, man. Otherwise, you're making a rod of your own back. You know what I mean? I think I might call this the last one actually. Colin says that he is generally crippled with dismay. Can't say I blame him honestly, but this is what we are going to get on the current course. He's got to change the course. He's got to do something different. The player's not responding. Do something different. Go do something different. I'm hoping all these new contracts offered to senior players are in preparation for a summer transfer window cash influx. We'll have to wait and see. I've spoken about next season is going to be a real watershed moment for Arsenal, but the nearest thing to that is the summer transfer window. Let's see what's going to happen. The activity or the lack of activity in the transfer window. Monty. Or does Arteta even have a plan B? Nah, he doesn't have a plan B, Ralph. Doesn't have a plan B. Yeah.
No. Yeah. I did remember hearing, I think it's a famous actor, he said that how, plan A should be good enough. But in sports, there's always going to be something that's going to throw you off. So if you can prepare yourself for that, then that's your plan B. Your plan A should be just to win, and all your players should be on that level. But then there's always going to be an unexpected yellow card or a red card, or a player is going to get injured. So again, those are perimeters that you can manage because you know it's going to happen. You shouldn't really be caught off guard. But plan B is, okay, let's hold everything. We're winning or we're drawing. We're getting battered. Let's just see this game out. That's plan B. Plan A should be to win at all costs.
Anyway, we're done on this morning show, Sunday morning. It's now just almost 20 past 12 UK time over here, and it's been talking about Arsenal. Got to try and keep things in perspective. The more important things than just gassing on about Arsenal. A footy game, health, family, and to a certain extent, work as well. We will be back to do the post-game reaction around 9 p.m. Yeah, Sheffield United versus Arsenal. What can they muster up this time round, Ralph? What can they do this time, Ralph?
Put all the youngsters on.
Exactly. Put them on. So I'll let Monty have the last shout. A massive shout out to our 10,700 subscribers and followers on all other platforms. Without you, there could never ever be a Canon Fodder TV. And Colin says, thank you, mate. A great show, well moderated. So we'll be back in roughly, oh my goodness, in a long time. I can't do me maths. Go for it, Alex. All right, so it's going to be 8 hours and 40 minutes. 8 hours? Yeah, 8 hours and 40 odd minutes time on this one here. Again, if you've not subscribed, then you're not going to see the notification come up. But anyway, if you are new here, you've been here for the first time, you've been wondering what's going on. Well, we've been talking about Arsenal. But if you've been wondering who or what you've been listening to, this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all